you guys. We're actually going to your function tonight, and so the Celestia team is like working on some really difficult problems. Mustafa, do you want to just give us an overview of sort of what the team's about and what you're working on?
Sure. So Celestia is what we're describing as a pluggable consensus and data availability layer. And the problem that we're trying to solve is, let's say that you're a decentralized application developer and you're trying to create your own blockchain for your application. At the moment, that's really difficult to do in a decentralized and secure way, because usually when you create your own blockchain, you also have to create your own consensus network using something like proof of stake. And that's a huge amount of overhead. So what we're building really is a consensus layer that's really simple and basic that can be plugged in to any blockchain. So you can easily create your own blockchain, and you can plug in Celestia as a consensus layer. And so that means for the first time in history, people can very quickly deploy their own blockchains within seconds, similar to how right now it takes a few seconds to deploy a virtual machine on, let's say, Amazon AWS or DigitalOcean.
Right. That's huge.
Or similarly, as you can deploy like a smart contract, but like if you deploy a smart contract on like Ethereum or something, you cannot like choose the execution environment that you want.
Right.
Like you're bound to design choices that are made like on the base layer. While in our case, you can like basically do whatever you want in terms of the execution layer. Only you can just use the consensus, but like the execution is completely free to you, like up to you.
Right. I think that's going to be huge. And part of the reason for that is like if you look at the number of Solidity developers that are out there right now, like in the blockchain ecosystem, that's huge. And you're seeing a few chains coming out with Rust and stuff. How do you think about this will drive like developer adoption for sort of like for decentralized applications? It sounds like you're going to have the ability for programmers with a more traditional sort of Web 2 backgrounds to come and develop on the platform.
Yeah, I can certainly, like, I think, it will drive more people to the blockchain space in the sense that it will be so much easier. Like, think of, you could have, similar to, you can deploy today on AWS, like a Lambda function or something like that.
Right.
Similarly, you could have like a one-click solution where you deploy your code and it's like running immediately like a decentralized blockchain. So it has the potential to like drive, I think, more people to basically to deploy decentralized applications if executed correctly. Yeah,
right.
Like the focus should definitely be on the usability.
Cool.
Want to add something?
Makes sense.
Yep. And then, Hlib, you're like one of the core engineers there.
Yeah.
And so what are some of the problems or some of the challenges that you're finding that you're enjoying sort of solving as part of this?
So, well, Celestia currently, I think, is one of the interesting projects you can find on the blockchain sphere at all. And due to like qualities it have and due to problems it solves, so like the extracting this consensus data layer is a huge problem to solve, and theoretically we solved it. And so like currently it's mostly engineering problems that I'm very lucky to solve myself. Yes, and like actually we are hiring, and like if you are a developer that's interested in really cool engineering and you know Golang, Rust, and you care about the value, you care about the future or long-term things you want to create, so like happy to join us. Like I'm happy to work here, so join us.
Cool. And I suppose like the last question I'll ask is, and maybe for you, Mustafa, as far as like next steps and what's next for Celestia, what do you see as what's coming up and what you really want to see from both your platform and sort of the adoption of it? So.
Sure. So we're still in early stages of development. We're hoping to launch a testnet by the end of the year. And when we have that, developers will be able to develop prototypes and experiment on our platform and build applications. And we'll also have node operators will also be able to run nodes on testnet and experiment there as well.
Okay. And so if I'm a developer who wants to find out more about Celestia or somebody who wants to get involved in the project, what should I do?
Go to celestia.org, join our Discord, Telegram, and we'll keep you up to date there.
Okay. Yeah, it's an amazing project. So really looking forward to seeing it like come to fruition. So great work so far, guys. So thanks.
Thank you.